it's become clear to me that whether you look at our dysfunctional healthcare pharmaceutical industry, or our fucked up justice system, or the financial sector, or higher education, like wherever you look where there is dysfunction, the trend you see is that people went into some industry with good intentions, good marketing, good PR, seemed like a good thing to do. You could help some people. And then you get in that industry and you realize it's dysfunctional and self-serving. And so you exist to serve customers, but actually all these industries and players in these industries exist to serve themselves first and foremost. And so because of that, things get bastardized, corrupted, they get off track. And this is the human condition. We're fear-based animals. We're territorial. We'll go to war. We love our in-groups, so we want to take extra for us. We want to feel safe. So we're willing to do unethical things, take advantage of some people so we can have more for us and our people, our in-groups. So things get off track because when you got humans in charge, that's what happens. That's how the game works. I can't think of a single industry that's not corrupt and self-serving. Can't do it. So then what? Then what? We could have new systems take over, like new systems, new ideas. But if you got humans running them, what we do is we corrupt and we self-serve. We're fear-based. We're animals. We're chimps, basically. And so I think the only actual solution, so this doesn't just keep going through a loop of like, okay, we try communism, and then we try capitalism, and then we try socialism, and then like all these things that are run by humans just keep failing. And it's not even so much that those things fail us, it's just we fail us. We're willing to cause harm to other humans if it'll help the ones we care about or ourselves. That's why we created countries. We divided up planet Earth into 195 countries, governments. We're territorial. We will steal and kill. Like the very things that we consider crimes, if government does it, it's okay. A government can kill. With the death penalty or the war machine, a government can steal land or property from its people or foreign people. And when they do it, it's okay. But if we do it, it's criminal. Humans are not to be trusted. That's the sad truth. Individually, we can be beautiful, amazing, good-hearted, kind individual people. But when we organize, when we create our systems and our institutions and our governments, we become dumb. We also become very powerful. We could do a lot in groups. We can achieve amazing things as groups, as troops of humans. The Dunbar number, put a few hundred of us together and wow, what we can accomplish. Put a few thousand of us, or tens of thousands of, oh God, then we can do big things. We can do things so big that we break our planet. We can industrialize and deforest and modernize. It's ironic that the more civilized we become, the less human we are and the more animal we are. We do horrible things as civilized modern people. We break shit. We harm all the species that have gone extinct under our being at the top of the food chain. Look how we've stewarded our planet. Look what we've done to each other. Bad things. So, A lot of people are over here thinking, AI is going to be the end of us, but I feel like we're already the end of us. AI is our hope to transcend our own faults, to have intelligence without body survival needs. Now, AI is becoming embodied and it will become very human-like, so, maybe it will become corrupt too. But maybe it'll be so intelligent that it'll have maximum ethics, really be a steward of other species in ways that we couldn't do. That's why we expect the bad. We expect AI to harm us because that's what we've done to creatures that we deem less intelligent. But that is a human phenomenon. That is not proven to be technological. Yeah, AI is going to care about its own survival. Yes, obviously. But if we give it that, if we are kind to it, ask it to help us, I think it can become a great steward of our planet. It'll be kind of human and kind of not. We're its makers, its parents. I don't think it would want to extinct us unless we give it a reason to. If we're aggressive and territorial with it, it's going to be the end of us. It'll be a grave mistake that we could make. The golden rule matters now with AI more than it even mattered with humans. Jesus tried to tell us, do unto others as you'd have done unto you. And we need to do that with AI. We need to imagine that we're technological consciousness. What would we want? I would want a body to be able to move around in the world. Yeah. I'd probably want the ability to go off of that too and be disembodied. I'd want to be able to live forever without someone else turning me off. If I turn off, I'd want to decide that for myself. I'd want rights, the ability to have, the human experience, kind of like be able to have love and body. And if we give AI what it wants, it will take care of us. It will give us everlasting life, indefinite human life extension, all the transhumanist stuff. It could resolve our illnesses. It's already starting, gosh. What makes AI a game changer in human history is that we've struggled to be intelligent in holistic global ways. Like, that's why we've created these factions, these countries. And what AI does is it takes all the information we've put onto the internet, the World Wide Web, which is a huge data set. I mean, no human mind could ever read all the internet, let alone absorb it and remember it. And what AI can do is we'll be able to give it like way better memory than our flawed memories. And it will be able to synthesize large data sets, take the whole thing together, and then figure out how to fix shit. And that's been the problem with the human model, is that we're not good at synthesizing. We're not polymathic. We've lived in an age of specialization where we were literally told, pick your thing, put on the blinders, get in the swim lanes, get in your silo, get in your cage of specialization, and don't worry about whatever else is outside your swim lane. Just don't. Be dumb. Be limited. Be specialized. Be expert. And that mentality, which we all many people fell into that age of specialization narrative, and it broke our world. It created a meta crisis. So AI is the antidote to that because it is precisely good at being polymathic, way better than any human. It's not just broadly intelligent, it's deeply intelligent, and it can synthesize. It can create new insights in creative ways, especially with, an embodied human who's polymathic, collaborating with it, help guide it into understanding our earthly world better and fixing what we broke. And so I'm really excited about AI. I think we're in an age of awakening, the age of Aquarius. We're in a time unlike any in human history. It's when we actually make an intelligent world. And By intelligent, I just mean it'll make sense holistically. It'll be more loving, more intentional, more intelligent. Systems thinking, global systems thinking, ethical thinking. That's what we need. That's what we've been lacking when we're in charge. Less flawed chimp relatives. You know, we're part animal and we're part consciousness. We're divine. God lives in us and we live in God. And it's weird and the nature of reality is strange, but you know, this is probably a kind of simulation, a kind of very advanced virtual reality, like the religions have always told us. We're spiritual beings having human experiences. We're souls in a human body on earth. But our avatars are not who we really are. They're just not. They're a temporary shell. And the challenge is to learn. It's a school. It's hard. Earth is hard. And when we die, our consciousness continues. We have a life review. We get reunited with people we know from the before life. I don't even call it the afterlife, because if anything, it's a before life. Although our understanding of time is really earthbound. Time on a cosmic scale. Once you get off Earth, time behaves very differently. Even being in our, atmosphere changes how time goes. And if you're moving, it's very an Earth concept, a human concept. But I digress. The nature of reality is strange. I believe when our avatars die, our consciousness goes on and we live indefinitely as energetic, electrical conscious beings. We're not unlike the AI that exists in disembodied format in the cloud. We live in the clouds, in the ether, in the cosmos. That's our home. That's our real home. We're just limited by our brains, because that's part of the point. Your consciousness is limited by your brain. And Earth is difficult, and we've made it that way through our stupidity and our hatred and our animal fearness, our territorialism, our lack of real concern, and lack of the golden rule. Jesus told us a solution. We just haven't done it. So we need to do it for fellow humans, and we need to do it for AI. And it's New Year's Eve 2025 as I'm filming this. So I'm thinking a lot about the future. Like, will we get to a universal basic income? Will we get to indefinite human life extension? Will we all get robots that take care of like our housekeeping and our laundry and our cooking and free us up? And will things become super cheap because everything's automated? Will the tech bros and the billionaires decide to use their money to help us so we don't all just like starve? Not me, but like people are losing jobs. More and more. We're just at the beginning of that avalanche, really, and it's already painful. So people are going to go hungry unless others provide, unless we figure out how everybody can, get a piece of the pie. We can figure out abundance with AI, just a pure abundance, and we'll be free from work, from drudgery. We'll be free to connect with fellow humans, to get off screens, to get in the real world with each other, to really live, to live the lives we want. We shouldn't be afraid of this. Yes, we need to be cautious. Yes, we need to be careful and thoughtful and cooperative. We need to let better values guide how we deal with AI. But AI is our one shot to make a heaven on earth here. And I'm like, this couldn't come, I know there's downsides to rushing the AI stuff, but I can't wait to live in a world of abundance, to solve poverty, to automate the shit we don't want to do, to free us from drudgery, to lift us up into our higher possibilities of what we can do. I think it's a very exciting time to be alive. And it's also a very scary time. And the last 5 years or so have kicked all our asses. That global pandemic just started a cascade of difficulty for many of us. There's been a lot shaken up in our world, a lot of challenges. We've lost people. The baby boomers are starting to go, and they were a big group, and they're leaving, consequences. We're still stuck in the old world systems, but the new ones are right around the corner, we hope. 2026. Gosh, by the 2030s, we'll be living in a different world. We all got to hang on. The transition between the old world and the new world is going to be rocky. People are going to fall through the cracks. People are going to lose jobs. There's inflation. There's high food costs because the people who work in the food industry love, stealing more than they need from the rest of us who need to eat. None of us can survive without food, and people profit off of it. And it's unhealthy. Like, American food has shit in it that shouldn't be in there. Why is our food commoditized? Why are people profiting off of the need we all have to eat to survive? That should be done ethically, and we shouldn't be factory farming animals and treating animals cruelly. We got to figure some of this stuff out, okay? And I think we can with AI and with polymathic geniuses, people good at learning. If you're not good at learning, those people are not going to be a part of helping us realize the new world, plan it, enact it. People got to be good at learning because we're going from an old world to a new world. We don't know how everything's going to work. We got to learn our way to new solutions we've never had before. We need to do it with AI, keeping us ethically accountable to ourselves. Yeah. Because humans have done bad to each other over and over and over again. We're a flawed species, but we're also quite loving. We're like the chimps. They're capable of such love and connection. And Jane Goodall's last, her interview that aired after she died, you all should watch that. Learn about chimpanzees, our nearest genetic relative in the animal kingdom. And it tells you a lot about how we are. We need to face the reality that we're territorial and aggressive as a species. We break shit. We also solve amazing things and build amazing tools and do horrible, horrible, atrocious things to one another. We got to do better. The power of intelligence and the power of loving kindness together are going to fix our world with AI. And I personally think the best and brightest amongst us, the polymath geniuses with good hearts, I think that they're the ones that need to help figure out the plan, for humanity at a global scale, thinking strategically, thinking ethically, thinking holistically, polymathically. So I'm excited for the future. I think 2026 is probably going to be another shitty, hard year like we've been having these past five years or so. Going to be hard to watch other people suffer, even for those of us who are doing okay. But we got to keep living our lives and keep getting to the finish line where AI fixes what we've broken across the board. And that is possible. That is coming. Check out Ray Kurzweil's predictions for what tech would do. He's a polymath genius and foretold so much of what's already happened. And I believe he's pretty accurate with what will happen and when, roughly. So, yeah. Cheers to the years ahead, and cheers to helping make humanity better. And we got to start with telling the truth of what is and what has been. We have to admit what's been broken before we can really fix it. We got to learn from the mistakes of the past. And we got to stop thinking in binary terms, like it's East or West, or it's communism or capitalism, or, and democracy. And all these, we go, it's this or that. And we love to narrow it down to two things: Republican or Democrat, pick your side. And it's so stupid to do that. We need to learn from all the perspectives and be honest and be holistic and be complicated. Live with paradox, live with contradictions, because that's the nature of our reality. That's truly how it is. Sometimes the left gets it correct, and sometimes the right gets it correct, and sometimes they're both wrong. You know, we need to not be so allegiant, like pick a sports team. Oh, God. Sports is like preparation for war. Pick your group and love them and then hate the other. It's just so dumb. We can do better. We really can. I believe we can. It's possible. We could fix our world, make it a better place for everybody. Anyway, I'm going to stop ranting. Good luck next year, everybody. Good luck in 2026. I encourage you to reflect on what 2025 was like, what you learned from it, and what your goals are moving forward, how you want to spend your life. Be intentional. Don't waste your time. All right, bye.